Chad, so do you see us drafting a quarterback in the first or riding it out another year? This one's tough because, like, I was a fan of Micah Parsons, and, like, talent-wise, I still am, but, like, off-the-field issues, don't touch him. Don't go anywhere near him.
You got to go fairly. Now that you know Bouye is gone, you got to go fairly.
This is the thing, though. Like, I wasn't a fan of first-round quarterbacks unless you went after, like, Zach Wilson or Trevor Lawrence. But, like, I'm starting to come around to Mac Jones a little bit, and, like, that that may make me an outlier, but, like, I see Mac Jones, like, in between Rippon and Locke. Like, he's smarter than Locke, but he's got more arm talent than Rippon.
Barely.
Can you pass me some of what you're drinking, Mike? Because it's got to be better than mine.
Yeah, it's Mountain Dew slushy.
What he said?
Because that is just outright crazy, man.
Well, I'm just saying, and that would be like a trade back option because I do think that Mac Jones is going to go in the first round. I think.
Oh yeah.
So well, and that's what I'm saying. Like, if we can't get one of those two, I wouldn't mind trading back and going after like a Mac Jones. Me personally, go get Zach Wilson. That's who I would rather have. Do I think they're going to trade up to get him? No, probably not. It'll probably be Farley or Surtain would be probably one of the two I'm thinking they're going to get in the first.
And Kenneth Booker brings up a good point, and Rich and I actually talked about this, that the Cowboys put up a hype video and Dak Prescott wasn't in it. So, and it wasn't a mistake, as the Cowboys camp would have you believe. And it could be a sign that, there could be some rough tension between, Jerry Jones and Dak Prescott. And he could not be the guy starting for the Cowboys next season, especially since one person thinks that Andy Dalton and Dak Prescott are literally just as good as each other, which I totally disagree.
This one.
So are you saying it's like one of those? It's like when Vaughn cropped Elway out of the picture when he was mad at him.
Oh yeah.
So this is kind of interesting. Raul is wondering if Houston and Dallas would exchange quarterbacks.
I don't see that.
I don't see that either.
It's interesting to think about. I mean, that would at least be somewhat close, like not that close, but somewhat close.
They're not divisional rivals, but they're definitely rivals.
Mm-hmm.
And they would never. I don't, because God forbid they know Dak can play too, and so like God forbid they send him off there and they do well, or Texans send it to the Cowboys, and so that the Cowboys have Deshaun Watson. Like that's not a thing.
And I mean it's Jerry Jones and the Cowboys. Like he's not going to give up Dak Prescott without a massive fight.
Yeah.
Oh, and I mean with as much money as they've got, like they would drive up the price on Dak so high, nobody else would be able to bid on him. So.
I don't remember was the question, would I?
Do they see us drafting a quarterback in the first round?
I think we'll learn a lot about Peyton and how he views the quarterback position. I think that I'm a big proponent of QB first, as far as like, I want that generational talent, because no matter what you have around you, you're still going to be somewhat competitive. And then you can slowly build that around you. And if you are trying to swing for the fences and get someone, like a Zach Wilson, or even a Trey Lance, who is, will take a while, someone that you think can be that generational talent potentially, then you swing for it. But if it's something that you believe the Broncos are closer right now, and you'd rather, probably more of a Fangio style of, building around and then getting a play, because I'm sure Fangio would love a Mac Jones, someone that won't cause a lot of mistakes, will get the I think Mac Jones would be great in the Shermer offense for sure. I think that's Shermer's style of quarterback, absolutely. One of the smart, quick reads, like, but I would throw things if they got Mac Jones. For sure. I would, yeah. He's a lesser Daniel Jones. So if that's what if you want to know the Pokemon evolution, it goes Mac Jones, Daniel Jones, Joe Burrow. Those are.
Dude,
so
I'm telling you right now, this is the only Denver Broncos podcast where we talk about Harry Potter openly, football, and Pokemon.
Yeah.
So,
Pokemon.
Whatever. Find me another one. Boggins, I've been saving this one for you.
Wouldn't it behoove just one final point on the QB part? Wouldn't it behoove Drew Lock to maybe get some outside coaching, like a Jordan Palmer or Tom House or something? So one of these other gurus that have helped these other players. I have not heard any talk that's a possibility that he'll be.
That's what he should have done. Like, I don't understand why he didn't do that.
He goes and works out with his buddy in Kansas City. I don't hear anything about any of these other quarterback coaches that have brought some of these prominent players to greatness. I would love to.
Didn't Manning had the coach from Duke helping him out in the off seasons when he was going from Indy to Denver, trying to work out the neck and work out the arm and the shoulder. And so I never understood why Drew didn't do that. Like, if he had done that, that's where you fix the footwork. That's where you fix the read progressions. That's where you fix that stuff.
I think he works with Jordan Palmer. I think Jordan Palmer works for a lot of people. Yeah, who Carson Palmer's brother.
Right. That's what I've not seen.
Was he on The Bachelor?
Jordan Palmer? I don't know.
Well, that was Rogers' brother.
Rogers' brother.
No, I'm pretty sure you're wrong. Pretty sure it was Jordan Palmer.
No, it's Rogers. Absolutely. I watched it.
Mike, you're adorable.
Hold on. I try.
I
say that.
My fiance makes me watch Bachelor. Don't think I don't watch The Bachelor. I know things now.
I was just about to say somebody's girlfriend, wife, or fiance has to make him watch that show.
Yeah.
Which is why Boggins started this episode.
She's putting her fist up. Yeah.
And Marcus beat me to it.
Boggins started this episode by saying, now the most dramatic episode of MHRT.
Starts now.
I saved that draft.
Only two of us left.
Okay. So I don't see the Broncos picking up a RB probably till at least round 3, which I have a couple of people. I'd really like Chuba Hubbard, just because I'd like to say Chuba Chubb a lot. Little Bradley Chubb, little Chuba Hubbard. Okay, I'm done. And then probably I really like Javonte Williams. He's like a little Frank Gore. He's not huge, but he has some of the go watch his tape. His balance is the craziest I've like ever seen. Just he'll pound into someone and it won't matter. He'll just turn around and keep running every single time. I think that's more of our range as far as running backs go. Maybe a Trey. From Ohio State. I'm forgetting his name. Trey Sermon. Thank you. Maybe a Trey Sermon who's coming off with a collarbone injury or whatnot, so he'll probably fall a little bit. But I think we're out of the Travis Etienne or Najee Harris range as far as need if we lose Philip Lindsay. So,
timeout. Palmer was cast in 2004 as The Bachelor on the 5th season of the reality television series The Bachelor. Boom! Eat my shorts.
Okay, well, look up the Rogers one because he's there too.
Thank you, Mr. Simpson.
You're welcome. Let's see here. I need to grab another beer. Must retain my attention. That's right.
True. That's my co-host.
Okay.
As he grabs a Zima out of the fridge.
Zima in one hand, White Claw in the other.
That's right. Good point.
Let's go with. Let's talk a little bit about Philip Lindsay before we go.
He's gone.
He went after Shermer a little bit, but I was reading a tweet from Eric Trickle where he was saying that if you look into what Lindsay said, like I think it was 56% of his carries were outside the tackles. And so like the complaints that he was having just don't track with what actually happened. So it seems like he just wants out. Like he's just done. Which I think he was done anyways. I mean, I can see why they didn't really believe in Lindsay because he does get hurt every year multiple times. So, I mean, he's missed multiple games every season. I love the guy, but he's hurt all the time.
Yeah, I actually talked about this before too. Like I love Philip Lindsay. I had high hopes for him when Melvin Gordon got signed last year, but everybody was just so focused on what Melvin Gordon was being paid to do, and you kept hearing it everywhere on social media that Melvin Gordon is not worth $16 million and all this stuff. And I was just trying to convince people like, stop worrying so much about the money. Okay, that part is already done. He signed. You can sit and cry about it all you want. It's not going to change anything. What we wanted to see was that 1-2 punch. Melvin Gordon being the big running back, and Philip Lindsay being the small running back trying to run in between the tackles. And unfortunately, Lindsay, because of turf toe, because of concussion, and I forget what other injury he had during the year, it kept holding him back. And every time he wanted to come back better and stronger than he was before, it was always some kind of setback. And that just put more pressure on Melvin Gordon, trying to be the guy trying to carry the team. And not every single running drive that Gordon was in was great. He obviously had a good game against the Jets, and he had a good game against the Chargers the first time around. But he also had four fumbles on the season. So I do hope that Philip Lind, I get it. He's frustrated. Hopefully he can work out those frustrations. And if he does one out of Denver, then hey, good luck to him.
It was Jordan Rodgers on season 12, by the way.
Jordan, okay, thanks, man. Yeah, I think there's no way Philip Lindsay is back next year. As much as I love him, he's always going to be the Colorado kid. He's always going to earn. I think he did earn that number 30 for sure, setting records, being the first undrafted running back or undrafted 1,000-yard Pro Bowl. There's just no place for him in Shermer offense, man. Like you when you have Philip Lindsay in the backfield, you know what's coming. You know that it's going to be a run play. You know that if it is a pass play, he can't block anybody. You know that if he actually does go for a pass, there's a decent chance he might drop it. So it's I love him, but I want him to go off into greener pastures with his new family and get some money somewhere. Go to the Niners where they know how to utilize a running back, like a running back that can just straight run, or Tennessee, a little thunder and lightning,
So Mark, I was just going to ask you, what is there any way we could transition tag him and get something, or is it just a lost cause because of his?
Well, you can tender him. You can tender him, but I don't. I'd put a pretty low tender on him because or just let him walk. I honestly don't see, like, you didn't even see Shermer try. You didn't even see Shermer try to really incorporate him much into the passing game at all. So I just don't see him coming back whatsoever. I don't think they even try and tender him. They just let him go and say, "Go make your money, man."
And we were thinking like a second round tender, like a couple weeks ago. It's probably like 5th or 6th, if that.
I don't think you get anything at that level because of his undrafted free agent status.
Right. Yeah.